Ever since the new episode of the new season Invincible came out yesterday, I have kind of seen nothing online except people hating and calling Thragg a fraud. So today I'm going to go over that with you guys. So for those of you who do not know, episode 6 of season 4 of Invincible came out yesterday. Before I say anything, it was an awesome episode. I will say that it was amazing. But after I finished watching it, and I went online and stuff, people just hating on Thragg, not only because of how he doesn't sound like he's supposed to. People saying he doesn't sound comic accurate, which is the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. I think Lee Pace is doing an amazing job as Thragg, but they were also sitting here calling Thragg a fraud because he was too scared to fight in that one scene, and he's kind of done nothing in this episode. So I don't understand why people are calling Thragg a fraud, especially because he is right now the strongest character in the Invincible verse. But so the part where the Viltrumites come and they invade, I forgot what the planet's name was, but the Viltrumite ship comes in, they invade the planet, they're destroying everything and everybody. But when Mark and Oliver destroy Thragg's ship, Thragg, instead of fighting back, he, grabs the skull of Argyle, calls the rest of the Viltrumites, and they retreat. So because of that, people are saying Thragg was too scared to fight, and they were even saying that Thragg was too scared to fight Thetis because Thetis would quote-unquote body Thragg. To which the Invincible comic readers, I know that we know what's bound to happen. And for the people that keep calling Thragg a fraud, let me just say this. Thragg was not too scared to fight. He regrouped the Viltrumites. They're going to go back to the planet Viltrum, and he's kind of going to bring up new strategies, new plans for the war. So he's playing smart here. He's being smart. He's not just charging into battle without not thinking. He's regrouping. So he's not really playing coward. He's playing smart here. And for the people that are calling Thragg a fraud, go on. Keep calling him that, because when the time comes for Thragg to get his hands dirty, I don't want to hear anything from you guys. Okay? I want y'all to just sit there and accept the fact that Thragg is not a fraud. Plus, we barely got to see any of him this season yet, to which I'm pretty sure next episode we're going to see a lot more of him. And there's apparently rumors of Thragg getting getting a whole backstory in the new episode, to which I'm down to see. So yeah, Thragg's not a fraud. Okay, just because he didn't choose to fight there, because the most basic Invincible watcher fan would know that Thragg would absolutely destroy every single person on that planet. Nolan, Mark, Oliver, Alan, Thetis, all of them would get absolutely mauled by Thragg. So just because Thragg was playing smart and he didn't, whatever, doesn't mean he's a fraud. He is not a fraud, okay? The strongest character in the Invincible universe right now is not a fraud just because he wants to, be smart and bring up new strategies for the war. And let me speak on something else. People are hating on Thragg because not only because of the fraud stuff, they're hating his voice. They don't like his voice. They like I said, they say that his voice isn't comic accurate. That is honestly the dumbest things I have ever heard in my life. Saying that a voice isn't comic accurate, that's honestly stupid. Because Thragg obviously doesn't have a voice in the comics, and they're hating on Thragg's design because they're saying the animation doesn't look good. It doesn't look that good in the comics. And let me just tell you why it doesn't look as detailed as the comics do. Because the comics is just one frame. It's just one singular frame, while the show is multiple frames, wrapped into one. And it's an animation. Obviously, it's not going to be as detailed as the comics is. For those of you who don't like Thragg's voice because they say he doesn't sound, menacing, they wanted Ryan Hurst to voice Thragg, to which, if y'all don't know, Ryan Hurst, he voiced Thor in the God of War games.
There he is. There's the God of War. Consider your blood debt paid.
Not every villain has to have a dark, menacing voice, okay? Thragg's voice, I think, sounds perfect because it sounds like he has authority. He doesn't need to have a deep, dark, toned voice that has to be, like, screaming in every single scene. Thragg's voice is supposed to sound, sound more of an authority figure than a more menacing, figure. So, for the people hating on Thragg's voice, I'm sorry, but, he doesn't have to have a dark voice. The voice he has right now is honestly perfect for him. I think Lee Pace is doing an amazing job as Thragg. But yeah. So pretty much to sum up this video, no, Thragg is not a fraud. Stop hating on Thragg. Stop hating on Thragg's voice. And neither is Conquest. Conquest isn't a fraud either. I've seen people call Conquest a fraud, to which he's not. Alright? Stop with that bullcrap. Just because he lost to Mark, to which Mark honestly caught him by surprise, doesn't mean he's a fraud. Okay? So yeah, that's gonna do it for today's video. I'll see you guys on the next one.